Hi, welcome to Baby Adventure. In this video, we're gonna see how to remove the throttle body of SD Adventure and clean it. We need patience and need help of a person to assist you if you're stuck somewhere. So first we have to remove the sensor cover on the left side of SD Adventure. So then we have to remove the sensor cover holders on the left side. So in order to remove the sensor cover holders, we have to remove the coolant temperature sensor which obstructs the Allen key bolt. So I have done few mistakes while removing the throttle body. So I underestimated the snug fit of the throttle body. So you'll get to know what are the mistakes I have done so that you don't repeat them. It will be very difficult. It took me 3 hours in order to remove, clean and replace it back again. So it is very crucial that you need patience and follow the right steps. Don't take shortcuts as the throttle body is a critical component. There are sensitive sensors on the throttle body. If a damage happens, it costs you around 10 to 12,000. So carefully remove or take help of a person. If you lose patience, it will be very difficult. You will be stuck in middle and it becomes very difficult to put it back again as it is very snug fit in the between the intake manifolds over there. So I have removed the throttle cable from the holder by rotating outer direction. So this is the connector of the ISCV. I'm gonna show you the ISCV clearly in this video. This is the connector. So it is very advisable to remove the air filter side panels on the either side, on the battery side too. And I have removed the sensor cover on the opposite side, on the right hand side also. There are evap pipe and DBS sensor. I have removed it, and I am loosening the intake manifold clamps over there. And on the engine side, the intake pipe is very hard, sturdy. So on the airbox side, the pipe is flushy kind of. This is very important pipe. You have to lose another clamp beneath the rider's seat. It plays a very crucial role in removing the throttle body out. Now I am removing the clip that is attached to the evap pipe. So on the RH side you have TPS sensor, evap pipe. On the LH side you have ISCV and throttle cable. On the top of the throttle body, this is the fuel injector electric connector. The gray thing, you have to pull it up so that it ejects out. And one more important thing is fuel pipe that is connected to the fuel injector. For that you need a hose clamp plier. Having that makes your job very easy, or use a cutting plier with narrow blades. So it might help too, but a dedicated hose clamp plier makes your job easy as it locks the hose clamp, as you will see in the video. I tried with the cutting plier with narrow blades, so it helped a bit, but there is pressurized petrol in it. It might just come out. Don't mind it. Grab a cloth and dump it over there. It will absorb or evaporate, but be careful that it won't overflow onto the sensors. See, here I tried with the plier over there. It is not as easy. So having hose clamp plier, it will be very easy here. So I'm using a wrench to push the fuel injector pipe out. This pipe comes from the fuel pump, and we have a fuel filter in the middle, fuel regulator, etc. Then it comes to the fuel injector connected by a hose clamp. So now I will use the hose clamp plier. So this is hose clamp plier. It locks the position of the hose clamp and makes our job easy. So it takes care of the hose clamp tension that snugly fits to the pipe, and we push the pipe out. So this is how you remove. So the fuel is coming out, the petrol. So I inserted a damp cloth or whatever, like dry cloth, it absorbs it. So now here comes the major part to remove the throttle body out. So what you have to do is, so beneath the throttle body or behind the throttle body, there is a plastic kind of container, rectangular container, that is air resonator. it helps in laminar flow of the air. It reduces the turbulence as it is vacuumed, the air is vacuumed into the engine during intake stroke. So this helps in reducing the turbulence. It acts as an air resonator. So laminar flow gives a good amount of air into the engine. So this is the hose clamp, again hose clamp connector, hose clamp plier, sorry. So it makes our job very easy. So operating big hose clamps is very difficult with a cutting plier, so it becomes handy here. So on the other side we have 10 mm bolt for the air resonator plastic part. We have to remove this compulsory because we need to flush kind of feel in order to push the air filter side pipe, manifold pipe. So as I said earlier, onto the engine side, the manifold pipe is very sturdy. It might break if you put some pressure, and so this is how I removed. But it can be easier, it can be very easier if I have removed that air box, air filter side, and loosen the hose clamp on the upper side. I will show in the later part of the video. I felt very difficulty while reassembling back again without loosening the clamp as it happened here. So it came easily now, but while assembling I strictly have to remove the or loosen the clamp over there on the pipe that comes from the air filter. I'm stressing here out because I have lost 2 or 1.5 hours of time just by checking what happened wrong here. So this is the manifold that on the engine side, it is very sturdy. So there's a crack on there because I put excessive stress on it. So this is how it looked when I opened. A lot of carbon on the either side of the butterfly wall or throttle plate. So that is evap pipe, that copper thing, and TPS sensor, fuel injector. It has 12 holes, 10 around and 2 in the middle, and that is ISCV. And okay, let's clean it with a little bit of petrol. As I don't have a throttle body cleaner, I'm using petrol here. Carefully, do not dump petrol or soak the fuel sensors or fuel TPS sensor, not fuel sensors or ISCV over there. ISCV is just a plastic stepper motor plunger. So this is how we removed the screw or that thing I used is different. It won't be available. So it is available in the kit, and that is a ISCV. I have placed it apart on the other side. ISCV has a stepper motor and a plunger which linearly moves in and out. This is the bypass passage I'm talking about. I cleaned with the petrol and used earbuds to reach the deep areas. So ISCV plays an important role here. So when the throttle plate is closed in idle state, air passes through this passage and regulates the ISCV regulates the amount of air that it has to send by obstructing the plunger into the hole onto the other side. So air goes there. So the TPS sensor has an inbuilt map sensor, senses the amount of air that is passing to the other side of the throttle plate, gives signals to the ECU. The ECU decides how much linear movement it is required for the ISCV valve here to send the enough air so that it maintains idle RPM, obstructing the knocking or whatever it might be. So ISCV plays a crucial role here. Why? Because a stuck ISCV will not allow the air to go in idling. So as soon as you release the throttle, the bike might stall. Sometimes during starting self-start kind of situation, it might not start. Even if it started, as soon as you release the throttle, it might stall. So here is the biggest mistake I have done while making this video. I have to loosen this clamp on the manifold pipe that comes from the airbox side. See that moves here. There is a lot of play when I removed the clamp or removed or loosen the clamp here. So I removed the air filter, I loosen the bolt so that I'll get a room, a little bit of free play, so that I can insert. See, I'm pushing into the pipe that is on the air box side. It is very important step. It might look easier here, but at the end you will get to know how much I have worked here. So it is very difficult. If you do not follow this step, you will stuck in middle as I did. So this is very important for you to lose the clamps over there onto the pipe that comes from the air filter. So this is how you fit, but it is very sensitive kind of operator here. There are sensors, ISCV, fuel injector, evap. So it is very complicated here, so carefully operate here. If you get tired, take some time, take help of a person, get some suggestions, cool down a bit, then come back again and place it back again. Do not do it in a hurry. It costs 12,000. It might create lot of problems like idling problems, stalling problems, abrupt RPM, a lot of things, because it has sensors, CPS sensor, ISCV sensor or ISCV valve, and you have fuel injector too. So here, this is the part here. I have loosened the air box here by loosening the so this is the mistake I have done earlier. So this video might be abrupt, but I'm sharing my experience here. When I opened it again, I will show clearly, put the steps here. These are the mistakes I have done. As I said earlier, it is very difficult if you don't follow the right steps, as the place is very marginal here. It is very snug fit. You have to know what to loosen it earlier. So if you have any doubts, please put some comments over there. I'll help you out. So this is how you remove the throttle body. Carefully put it back again. It is costly, man. It is costly, so carefully do it. So this is the reason I do not put the video earlier when I cleaned it few months ago. So if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe, or save it if you need it to. So thank you. Signing off.